Oh, hello. Okay, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Happy Saturday to you, one and all. Uh, okay, and we are good. Now streaming. I haven't had a chance to watch the Diana documentary. Did it stream today? Because I checked last night and it was not available. So I wanted to watch it so I could talk about it today, but I think it didn't start streaming until today. Is that correct? Yes, no, anybody? Hello, Lydia Washington. Brits don't understand that we don't have a title social class, so we can call Meghan princess because, is that because we want to? That is so true. That is so true. And there were titles in the jazz world, such as Lady Day, and that, of course, was Billie Holiday, and Duke Ellington, and the Queen of Swing. That, of course, was Ella Fitzgerald, and so on and so on. So and the High Priestess, of course, that was or was it Empress? High Priestess, that was Nina Simone. So we our titles were what we made of them, and of course there was movie royalty. And I would say when it comes to like that kind of stuff, of course there's I don't want to create a false equivalency, but there is a Burke's Peerage book for the well, I don't know if they call it Burke's Peerage or is it just Burke's I don't know the exact title, but there is a presidential peerage book or you know if you are related, if you are born or married into a presidential family, Burke's Peerage, the ones that do the book for the aristocracy or the peerage, they also have one for American presidents, which just makes sense because it does seem to help. It does seem to help if you are related to a president. I mean, it can get you into places that, the average person could not. Not so often, probably not as much as in other places in the world where, there's actually a um, aristocratic based peerage system, but it does matter. So there is that. So I am going to do my thing. I almost forgot about it, but I'm going to do my thing with to avoid the trolls. So let's go back one week, shall we? That seemed to work out last time. Uh, 1 week. We'll go back 1 week. So if you haven't been a subscriber for more than a week, then you won't be able to comment. I think that works. Let me see. Subscribers, duration 1 weeks. I think that's it. So again, if you are a deranger, hopefully you subscribed more than a week ago. Derangers, you have to subscribe if you're going to wreak havoc on Royal Sussex. Okay? It is mandatory. You must subscribe. And don't forget to hit that dislike button. Hit the thumbs down, okay? Because that helps to add to the engagement so that people know how much you dislike this channel. So don't forget to do that. Thumbs up or thumbs down. We accept it. We accept that is both. So please do that when you have the opportunity. Okay, so let me go back to where I was a minute ago before I decided to adjust things so we don't have to be bothered with the trolls. Let me see. Rosa Roberts says, Baron, don't kick me out. Oh, where are you? There you go. Hello, Rosa Roberts. Of course you're not kicked out. You are as top drawer and as aristocratic as they come. Okay. All right, I think that works. Uh-oh, what was that? Where did that come from? Huh. What was that tone I just heard? Okay. Oh, okay. See what happens when you drink a lot of coffee? You get a little jumpy. As Blanche Devereaux would say, I'm as jumpy as a virgin at a prison rodeo. I did watch Celibacy today. You guys know I love Celibacy. Okay. Oh, let me turn my ringer off. There we go. So not to be disturbed. Okay. So let me finish saying hi. Prudence Montague. Hello. Pam Porter, Carolyn Soares, Patricia Starkley, Annie Bullard, C. Mack, H. Knight, AU95KA, Ladyfoot, Jacuzzi, Miranda Rios, Sandra G. Hello. Hello, MLC, Alita Portress, Myra, Sean Davis, Robin Daniels, Annie Bennett. Hi, Karen. Hello, Charlotte. Bonjour. Um, um, uh, um, Muy bien. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. Well, I caught myself making a very fast move while that played, but I'm back. There's nothing more compelling than seeing a overcaffeinated, chubby baby boomer trying to bust a quick move wearing some slippers. Oh man, but anyway, I'm back. So, okay, so that's enough hellos. Hey, is Church Nelly here? Diane Hawkins? Did Church Nelly get in from the tavern yet? Okay, Angela Bauman. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, when Church Nelly comes through, she'll join us. Hello, Puzzle Dot. I think I said hi to Lydia Washington. Sister and CC wants to say hello to a bunch of people, so let's help out with that. Okay, so that is let me get my slide up here. You know, guys, I was kind of conflicted because I made well, let me see. Let me see if okay, so let me set this up for you. So someone I don't know. Oh, okay. I know where it originates from. Okay, let me just say that. I know where it originates from. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to play it because some of you all may get triggered, which means I probably shouldn't do it, right? But then at the same time, I just thought it was so much fun. Wait, okay, where are my slides? Hot dog. Okay, is it here? Oh, there it is right there. Excellent. Okay, let me see. Is that the right one? No. But anyway, it depicts a very unbothered Duchess of Sussex. Oh, maybe I don't have it. Huh. I mean, I thought I may. Well, did I upload it? Of course I did. At least I think I did. Okay, well, that has decided for me because now I don't see it. Now I don't see it. That's not it. Huh. All right. Well, never mind, you guys, because now I can't find it. And if I can't find it, then that means it wasn't meant to be. Gosh, I'm such a tease, right? All right. Well, if I can't find it, then it wasn't meant to be, and it's just not there. Hot dog. What did I do with it? I thought faux show. Uh, Let me see. Let me check like this. I know you guys like my little short videos that I add sometimes, and that particular one was so cool, and I don't see it. Man, oh man. Okay, well, give me a chance to look for it, and I will try again later. Okay, so in the meantime, enough of all that Who Shot John. And for those of you who don't know what Who Shot John is, that's I guess, an old saying, which means that you take the longest route to tell a story that ought not be so long. That is the classic Who Shot John. So when you hear me say that, that's where it comes from. It just means that you're doing too much. You're taking a long route to tell a short story. Hence is the Who Shot John. Okay. Man, I hate I can't find that. Oh, wow. Okay. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Darn it. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay. Never mind. I guess it wasn't meant to be. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. I got to stop looking. All right. So, let me see. Oh, wow. A bunch of y'all on here already. Hello, Lucy Wynn. Hi. Uh, okay. Anything out of Peggy Palace is triggering me, but I'm not our peaceful princess, Duchess, and Queen Meghan. Okay. No, it's nothing from that place, but never mind. I can't find it, so it's a moot point. It's a non-issue at this point. So let me just get my regular slides up, and we will take it from there, shall we? Okay. Oh, let's start off with that then. Heavenly Father, shine your blessing upon each and every one of us today. We are here for the purpose of guiding Baron and the squaddies to do. Meghan and Harry, we love, will fight for you with God. Thank you, Puzzle Dot, for that. Mm. It is time for me to get an eye exam. Seriously, my eyes feel fatigued at this point. Okay. All right. Harry and Meghan's, I'm sorry, Prince Harry's beloved charity thanks Duke and Duchess fans for Meghan's birthday initiative. A beloved charity co founded by Prince Harry has publicly thanked fans of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Now, I have been looking for the direct quote for the longest, and I can't help but think that it must be on the Sentabale page or something. I can't seem to find it. So I wanted to share the actual quote or the actual thank you as it comes. It says it was tweeted, right? But apparently, the very shady newspaper does not want to share the tweet on in their rag because it would probably uh, forced them to have to say Sussex Squad or something like that. But so yeah, I could not find the direct quote. But anyway, the Sussexes are aware of our fundraiser, which is really good news. Now, I've seen this a few places on the Twitter, and as you can see right there, it is dated August 12th, 2022. So then it must be, right? So, anyway, they are aware of our efforts and they are very grateful. Okay, I'm looking at Sentabale's tweets, and let me see. And I still don't see it. But anyway, it is said that we have been acknowledged for our efforts. Let me see. The last tweet Sentabale has is from the June 16th. That's the last one I can find here. So Don't know exactly where the tweet comes from, but it is said that the Sussexes are appreciative of our efforts. So let me see. Okay, appreciate big ups from Sentabale. Okay, let's see here. Hello, Baron and Sussex Squad. Just getting work. Happy getting to work. Okay, glad you're here with us. And Sharon Davis says, Baron, I think your eyes may be bothering you because you are looking at the computer screen for long periods. Just yeah, you know what? That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. Um, this computer has like the I forgot what they call that, but it's like a super HD or something like that. And this is like the first time it has really bothered me like this. So yeah, but I think you're absolutely right. Too much looking at the computer. So yeah, I appreciate that. Probably right. Probably right. Okay, so yes, that is the actual Cinta. Oh, you know what? I will post that link. Thank you, Lydia. I will post that link. Oh, and I think we have broke 30,000, 30,000. 30,000. We have broke 30,000. Okay, I'm going to peg it to the top of the chat there. There it is. And that should take us to Centabale. Mm-hmm. Okay, how come that ain't working? Okay, let me see. I did peg it, right? Pin it, peg it, pin it. I've been saying peg so much now I can't say it the proper way. Okay, so that's, let me put that there. And then I'm going to go over here. I just want to verify that it does go through when you do that. You know what? I am going to go ahead and go directly to the Centabale and just to be sure, make sure I got the proper link. But because I just tried to do that one and it didn't work. So Centabale is here. That is the link. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is right now. 30,107 with 509 supporters so far, and a whopping 33 days left to donate. So you got 33 days left to donate. So I'm going to do that. Go back over here just to make sure we got the proper one. And then we should be good for show. For show. And oh, by the way, I see that Anne is coming on later. So, okay, I'm going to do that. And then I am going to peg it again. Okay, replace. Okay, there it is. I have just pegged that one. And you know, okay, maybe it's just okay. Now, okay, for sure it goes to the proper page. All right, you guys, that's it. It goes to the proper page. I'm sure the other one did. I just couldn't make it work. So I just wanted to be sure and do that. All right. It is what it is. What it is, what it is. A funky and low down feeling. What it is, shake your hips from left to right. What it is I might be doing this funky dance all night. As Aretha Franklin would say, what it is, rock steady now. Let's call this song exactly what it is. Step, move your feet. Okay, let me stop. That song is going to get stuck in my head today. All right. Hello, Val Rich. Blessings to you as well. Okay. Okay, good. So that is what's happening with that Cinta Ballet, co-created by the Duke and Duchess. I'm sorry, by the Duke of Sussex and Prince Seso of Lesotho in 2006. Thanked in a tweet fans of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle after after they launched a fundraiser benefiting the organization. Taking to Twitter, the charity wrote on Thursday, see, I couldn't find that. Thank you all so much for supporting our work with vulnerable children and young people. The Duke's charity responded to a tweet by Sussex Community Events, a fan run account sharing all the events related to Meghan, Harry, and their organization, Archwell. On August 9th, this account wrote, huge appreciation to Sussex Squad and all global supporters for donating over $27,000 or 2,291 pounds in less than a week, which, by the way, you guys, now is over $30,000. They refer to the fundraiser launched by a group of fans of Meghan and Harry on August 4th to mark the Duchess's 41st birthday. They just can't say Sussex Squad, can they? What is it about Sussex Squad that just triggers them, huh? What is it about that? I don't know, but they just, it's like pulling teeth. They just refuse to say it. And as you guys know, some people choke on saying Sussex Squad. Like, for instance,
Thomas, I wanted to ask you about these vile individuals who refer to themselves as the Sussex Squad.
So I come to my dad's house and start going through it, and I look on YouTube, and my God, I see the Sussex Squad and the Royal Sussex page on YouTube and the things they post, and that's where I found that disgusting video making fun of my father just because he's going to the Jubilee. I mean, and if you look on the Royal Sussex page on YouTube, you're going to see exactly whose it is. It's definitely Meghan Markle. And if it's not her personally, she's definitely paying somebody to do it.
So I just told on myself. I went to my dad's house and I started going through it because that's what you do after your father may or may not have had a stroke, is you go to his house and you start going through it. Don't everybody? Yeah, so when you go to your father's house and you just start going through it. I mean, who doesn't do that? So, like I say, it's very difficult for some people to say Sussex Squad, which is okay. It's okay. Okay, Baron, the Sussex Squad calls out the sewer rats, and we have the receipts. That's why the clowns are always blocking the squad. I know I got blocked from what's her name? Victoria Arbiter, and I've never tried to contact her in any way. But I guess my account must have come up, and so she blocked me. And I'm like, oh man, now I got to go to my burner account. Man. Okay, hello, Berta Sanchez. Happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday from the so-called Sussex Squad. Yes. Let's all go over to Thomas's house and start going through it. Could you imagine going over to Thomas Markle's house and start going through it, picking up big dirty drawers and empty cans of beer, and you reach in a couch cushion and out comes a chicken bone? And I mean, could you imagine that? What is it like to go to Thomas Markle Sr.'s house and just start going through it? I think I would need a good hot shower and probably want to burn my clothes afterwards. But yeah, unless I'm wearing one of them outbreak suits, there's no way in the world I would go to Thomas Markle Sr.'s house and just start going through it. Who knows what you'll come up with? Let me see. Oh man. Thank you, Abby. Oh, right? Yeah. If you oh, look at me getting started already. Well, yeah, I could imagine that you go over to Thomas Markle's house and you just start going through it, and then all of a sudden, you find something that you ought not have. Oh man. And I mean you get over there, you start going through it. And which is what you do when somebody may or may not have a stroke. You go to their house and and you go to your dad's house and then you just start going through it. And and my God, have you ever seen such false outrage? And my God. So I went over to my dad's house and I was going through it, and then all of a sudden, there was a
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
oh, but you know what? Um, there's something to be said for Thomas Markle Jr. Uh, I think he's a diabolical human being, but he's good comic relief at the same time. What a disgusting guy. Okay, so moving on. The fundraiser will remain open until September 15th, Prince Harry's birthday. Since Tuesday, this initiative has raised additional funds, going well above the $28,500 or 23,529 pound benchmark. More than 480 people, which of course we know at this point has been more than 500 people. So there you have it. Congratulations, Squaddies. You have done it again and again. As a matter of fact, Charlotte says, right, Charlotte? Right. Okay. So this was a screenshot that I from myself earlier today. So it's over 500 now, and it's over $30,000. So less than over $1,000 since I did the screenshot this morning. So very good, Squaddies. Okay, so changing gears. I don't think we're going to be on that long today. Now that I think about it, let me see how it goes. Okay, so royal titles explained. Now, trigger warning. This is a Max Foster story on CNN. I have no intentions of showing Max Foster. I'm not even going to share the link for the story. I think it was fair and balanced because I think somebody may have learned their lesson about trying to crap all over the Sussexes. However, it should be noted that in the probably 5 minute story, it did mention that Meghan, of course, is Princess Henry of Wales, right? And more astounding is the fact it did confirm that upon the Queen's transition to be with um, Philip, Philip, is that Philip? upon the Queen's transition to be with Philip, the children of the Sussexes should become a prince and princess. It confirms that. And so, as much as I don't care for Max Foster any further, because I think that he has been carrying the water of the institution, it does confirm what the rules have been all this time. But as I keep saying, for whatever reason, when you throw a person of color in there, the rules mysteriously began to change. And of course, this situation is probably no exception. But let's hope that if the Sussexes want to have those titles for their children, that they are available to them and bestowed or conveyed upon them, or I'm sorry, conferred upon them upon the Queen's transition. Right? Right. So, Ethan's husband, how are you? I got your message. I just didn't answer yet. I'm kind of behind with a lot of messages, but I am doing very, very well. Glad you're here today. Okay, so Elise Faye has had a bit of a conniption fit, which is interesting because I don't even know what that means, but I think she just had one. Your clip said all children and grandchildren of the monarch are born prince and princess, and that simply isn't true. Max Foster says it's based on info from people who know, but nothing is written in stone in British constitutional matters, so there's always debate. That's also true. In other words, like I've been saying, you throw some people of color in there, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, not so fast. Wait a minute now. You know what I mean? That always seems to be the case. Um, it always gets interesting. So, of course, this being no exception, I hope that's not the case. I hope when the time comes, they'll do the right thing instead of trying to make up some policy as we go. Things, and of course, that famous convention from what was it, George the seventh, sixth, or whatever, George the fifth, sixth, that famous convention, that is also something that can be changed should the sovereign decide to change it. As a matter of fact, Her Majesty the Queen intervened for Louis and for Charlotte. So if the Queen intervened for Louis and Charlotte, there's no reason why the Queen should not intervene for the Sussex children, except perhaps um, down deep inside she feels a certain way, and that's all to it. Or maybe she's been subject to influence from others. But either way, it is within her realm of control to just convey those titles or confer those titles upon them as we speak. But whether or not they'll do that is probably not going to happen. Like most things, the sovereign, or should I say the Queen and Charles, they love to kick things down the road until they absolutely positively have to do something, and otherwise they defer to their courtiers or men in gray suits so that they don't have to look like the heavy. So that's that. Okay, so June Cleaver 2.0. I love that June Cleaver 2.0. Let me see. Elise doesn't want Princess Lilibet or Prince Archie to be the grandchildren of the up and coming monarch, because that's how you can make blood prince and princesses. Elise will need aspirin after the Queen dies. And then Chris says, what I'm hearing is the natives are not happy. Doormat Foster is reminding people that King Archie and Queen Lilibet will be Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Doormat is giving us Peggy's wet dream that it will change when that person is king. So yeah. Okay, so let me take pause here and look at some of your comments. Max Foster is trying to stay employed by CNN. Woo, Joyce, come on now. Oh, that's Steve. Oh, that's hot. This video was good, but we will see if Charles tries to wiggle out of giving Archie and Lily their birthrights. They may want to change things, but what? But what? How are you gonna leave us hanging like that, Joyce? Oh, okay. K Costello says, I'm wondering if Charlie Boy, that is working in the background to change the prince and princess policy for Archie and Lily. Well, okay, so they remember when this was a big issue some time ago after the interview, and some spokesperson for or someone speaking perhaps on behalf of Clarence House says, well, during that period of mourning and transition, I'm sure Charles will not be in the mindset of thinking about titles and such, which means that he probably got the paperwork sitting right there on his desk, waiting for the sovereign's, cipher or whatever, as soon as the Queen makes her transition to be with Philip. Philip. Okay, we already know that. Because Charles is a sly one, and he's quite spiteful. He is quite spiteful. As a matter of fact, he may try to figure out some kind of way to say that it was his mother's idea, or and of course, well, I'm not even going to speculate any further than that because that ain't gonna do nothing but get me upset. Okay, Archie and Lilibeth will automatically become prince and princess when the Queen dies. Meghan is Her Royal Highness Prince Henry of Wales. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Dabby Dragon, amen. That is true. So unless there is an intervention, so it's really not a matter of whether or not Charles will allow it. It is supposed to be. So Charles would have to actively do something to change that. Unless they want to break the convention, such as it is, Charles would have to actively get involved to prevent that. So it's not a matter of him signing off on it. Okay, that would mean that there's a surprise document from the Queen after she transitioned, if not before, or Charles may, again, I don't want to speculate because we don't know what's possible. Actually, we know what's possible, but we just don't know what they'll do. But it is possible that, as I say, things start changing at the most inopportune moments. Diane Hawkins says, best thing Unroyals can do is big up Lily and Archie now, give them all the security now, and change subject from suitcases of cash, buttloads of pigs, and other sordid matters. Diane Hawkins, you never disappoint. You know that. You never, ever disappoint. Thank you so much for that. Church Nelly has come to. Oh man, when did you roll out of the Harpo's juke joint? Didn't even need any smelling salt this time. Just set up. The initial statement was that the Sussexes requested no title for Archie and other siblings. In the Oprah interview, we found out that was not true. Yes, that's right. That's right. And of course, to even sweeten the deal, then that person that works for, well, that one that's a confirmed liar, she even tried to say that they turned down that Earl of Dumbarton because it had dumb in it. And that's the same way and this is what's different now, is because before, the Sussexes were not likely to respond when they were within the confines of the institution. But now they have the ability to speak for themselves. And when that falls short, you know who steps in, right? the Sussex Squad. Whenever that falls short, we're more than willing to, take up the fight. So I would rather the Sussexes continue as they have. Let's wait for Harry's book. Let's limit the amount of exposure people have, and keep them guessing, because as long as they keep people in the institution and those haters, those royal rodents and such, guessing, then there's a lot of strength in that silence. So I prefer that they continue as they have. I think it just makes sense. So Joyce continues. What Charles was betting on is that Harry and Meghan didn't let his plans out of the bag, which they did in the Oprah Winfrey interview. Since Charles likes PR so much, this would not make him look good. And the what is that? Gobble community? Is it Gobble community? Global community. Got it. Thank you so much, Joyce Foss. And thank you for your continued comment. Yes, hit that like or dislike button, but hit it. Just touch it. Touch something. Reach out and touch the thumbs up or thumbs down. Vinny Blair says, I don't think kids born to female heirs of the monarch are automatically HRH, princess. Hence QE2's offer to make Zara and Peter prince and princess. And Annie said, no, thank you, Mom. That's true. Afro Annie turned it down. But why is the queen so, and this is what gets me, though. This is what gets me. She was so quick. She was so quick to intervene with the Phillips, right? She was so quick to, let me see. Yeah. So Beatrice and Eugenie, was that one of the Queen's interventions? Because some people says yes, some people says no. But what I do know is that Andrew was hoping that Beatrice and Eugenie would have more of an active role within the family, because Andrew is very, very insecure about the placement or place or whatever for his daughters. And from what I'm to understand, that Andrew, at the very least, wanted them to have more active roles as working royals. And Charles said no, because he wants to slim down the monarchy, which I think makes a lot of sense, to slim down the monarchy. But that should not affect the titles. That should not have an effect on the titles. It should have an effect on who is considered a working royal, for sure, who receives money from the sovereign grant. But then there's that gray area where you don't want people running around like the Kents, like, Prince Michael and Princess Michael of Kent. You certainly don't want people running around like that, where they're like, making money here, there, and everywhere, especially where those oligarchs are concerned. So I guess it breeds a situation where you have these people that are living in the grace and favor properties like Kensington Palace, and they're not really doing much, or at least of all, they're not. I just don't like Princess Alexandra recently. She used a private jet to do something on behalf of the sovereign. And does anybody even know who Princess Alexandra is? I mean, we don't even know how she's part of the family. We know that she's a cousin or somebody's something, but where the heck does she come from? And why is she using private jets? And does she also get money from the sovereign grant? Does she also live in grace and favor? So I could understand this idea. Let's slim it down before people turn against us. But don't start changing stuff because you have a biracial daughter-in-law. That looks bad. And there is no mechanism that makes that acceptable, I think. So, especially, when you are playing to the big audience of the Commonwealth, and for whatever reason, the people in the United States seems to be important to you. then don't start changing the rules, because people are going to take notice and you're going to get called out for it, especially when that day comes that it is confirmed that Lily and Archie are not going to receive those titles. I'm telling you, it's going to be hell to pay, and they're going to expect to just live it down as usual, but it's just not going to be that easy. Not if I have anything to do with it. Okay. Oh, well, it's all of this amazing coffee that Joan Garcia has supplied me. It's got a bit of a punch to it. Oh, man, but thank you, Joan Garcia. It's like a cup of love every morning. We got trolls? How is that possible? I mean, let me see. These trolls, let me see. Troll spray, please. I mean, do we have trolls, or are you just saying that? I think we're good, right? Yeah, you know what, Joan Garcia, I agree. That is the usual way they operate, is they don't care what it looks like. But I'm just saying, if they decide to do business as usual and carry on like it's no big deal and we don't care what people think, they are going to get a very rude awakening. That is why that all expense paid trip to the Caribbean went south, is because some of it had to do with some old, wounds that have not healed, and other parts of it had to do with the way the Sussexes were treated. I mean, just some of the newspapers within the Commonwealth, or the other countries of the Commonwealth, if you will. I hate that Commonwealth thing, but some of the newspapers, when they spoke about the Jubilee, they used Harry and Meghan as representatives of the royal family, right? So that right there lets you know that when the people well, not everybody, obviously, but some people in the Commonwealth, when they think of the royal family, their first thoughts go to the Sussexes. And why shouldn't they, right? Okay. But thank you so much for your comment. But if Charles decides to, take the low road, I promise you it's going to be hell to pay. It's going to be hell to pay. Squaddies, I watch and listen every day, and I know that the haters are watching and listening too. You teach them every day. If it wasn't for you all, they would be, if it wasn't for you, they would be lost, because every day. Well, thank you so much, Mary Davis. And I hope they're not just listening to me, but I hope they're going to all of these Sussex friendly channels so that they can get a wide ranging point of view of exactly what's going on. So hopefully that combined, we can change some hearts and minds so that they will know that, for as much as they think they understand about the way things work, that some of this stuff, they just got it wrong. And I can understand, as someone who has grown up within that system. There was a gentleman that was on James O'Brien the other day who said that he was from, a small town in the South, and he grew up in a rural community of the United States, and that for most of his life he had this idea that the government was coming after him, and that the Democrats were going to try to ruin his life and everything. But by the time he went to university, all of that changed, because he was able to see other people live, work, and play and function in a way that was a complete contrast to that brainwashing that he received day after day after day. And so he was able to see how the other sides live. And if you saw that particular James O'Brien, James O'Brien said, you may have been just one of my best phone calls ever, because it really changed this perspective that, everyone from the South who's white is bad and ignorant and cruel and mean. But there are also a lot of people that are enlightened south of the Mason-Dixon line, that happen to be white, who have had a chance to evolve outside of that echo chamber of hate, of fear mongering, of brainwashing, gaslighting. And once you break free of that, then anything is possible. So I hope, I hope that people are actually watching, listening, and observing, and I hope they're taking it in. What's really sad, though, is that so many of the haters are middle-aged, MAGA white women, the same ones who voted for Trump from the United States. Those are some of the biggest haters. Those are the ones that are copying and pasting and recording and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they're doing it right now. Anything that I say or anything that's on the other channels, I've actually seen this, by the way. I've actually seen this on someone's Twitter, actually on a few people's Twitter. Well, that's what they do, is they try to figure out any little thing that they can build a case upon to say that we are like this subversive group that is going to come after them. And they really do believe that my voice and my voice alone, or perhaps one of the other squaddies, that we are going to be the ones to bring down the institution. Well, as an American, why do you even care? And number two, I don't think that's possible. There's never going to not be a royal family, but whether or not they are funded by the public, such as they are today, well, that may change. They may not receive that over 100 million pound sovereign grant and even more money based on security for properties that they may or may not even use. You know, I mean, that's a winning proposition right there. Let's say you're Camilla Barker Bowles and you buy a property that you rarely visit and you don't even live there, but yet you got 24-hour surveillance and police protection, and the police even build a security hut on the property so that they can monitor that property. By the time that property is passed on to Camilla's children, it is going to be worth so much more than if the average layperson purchased that property, because it has that royal stamp of approval, because it was once visited by old sausage fingers and his emotional support, Camilla. So the more properties she buys and the more she pretends to live in, the more wealth she accumulates for her family. But the taxpayers are really footing the bill because of the extra security measures for properties that they're not even in. But that is going to have nothing to do with anything. There's still going to be a royal family, whether or not they receive that sovereign grant, whether or not they have this blanket of security. The royal families of Europe may not all be in power, but they certainly have not gone away. And they certainly, have varied wealth and privilege even today. So some things are not going to change. So I don't think there's any chance that the British royal family is going to just disappear because of Royal Sussex or any other channel or any other platform. They're going to be there. The only thing that's going to change is likely that they won't have as much power and influence. And also, it's going to change because cash for honors, why should the taxpayers pay to support a Playboy lifestyle for Prince William? That's what's going to take them down. Not what I say, it's what they do. Okay, so let me see. I'm scrolling. Keep those comments going. Rawhide. Okay, Baron. Hi, Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. We love and support you always. The Lord Jesus continues blessing you and cover you. Cover your family. Amen. Thank you for that. Ivelisse, Quezada. Okay, or is it Quezada? Anyway, thank you so much for that, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Oh. You know what? Let me let you. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to catch your breath because that kind of snuck up on you. Sorry about that. Ooh, that water is so good. I'm drinking some ice cold water, which is supposed to be really bad for you. But it just seems like it's so much sweeter when it's cold and icy, and that's delicious. Okay, so I hope this did not knock the wind out of you. I'm a Celebrity, Lady Colin Campbell, ex-husband brands her a monster. Now, this story was from 2015. Now, I have a very long article about the history of the two of them. Well, back in those days, she was calling herself Georgia Zadie. Was trouble with a capital T, as he says. But apparently, when they were courting, they had one of those very quick weddings and everything. And it wasn't until the wedding night that he found out that not all that glitters is gold. I'll just put it like that. And she confessed to him that for the first however many years of her life, she was raised as a dude. Now, of course, no one is making fun of her situation, but she is a very rude, ignorant, social climbing, um, horrible individual as far as I'm concerned. Whatever is going on with her, um, I don't really care about that. I just know that she has said some pretty disparaging things about the Duchess of Sussex, and for that, I will never, ever forgive her. I think she is an awful individual, and I think she's a big liar. And aside from that, she's just the ultimate opportunist. And I don't like her. I'll just say that I really don't like her. And and as he said, she's a troublemaker with a capital T. And that's all. I'm just being really petty. Just wanted to say that, and I don't have much else to share about them, them. That's it. That's it. So, what I will invite you to do is to please take it upon yourselves to go and look up her story. I don't want to tell her story. I think that it's not really my place to do that. I'm going to invite you all to do that, to look up her story and find out more about her. Okay, is that fair? Which is really so sad. The people with the hate channels, they have, like, especially Lady C. As far as I'm concerned, that's a hate channel. And Lady C routinely gets some huge numbers of people who wake up with this desire to hate. I don't understand that. The Fox network here in the US, it's not as though they have. Oh, I think that was the end of it. I am enjoying this water so much. I must have been dehydrated. Okay, so as you can see, when she turns sideways, she looks like a nickel. That's the only thing I'm going to say, is that when she turns sideways, she looks like a nickel. Not that that's anything that one should hold against someone. I'm just saying, when she turns sideways, she reminds me of a nickel. That's that. Okay, so let's move back over here. Oh man. Let me see here. So yeah, that's that. So moving on to something more pleasant. Vogue, Meghan Markle next style chapter looks good on her. I love this little spread. It's not a whole lot, but you can find it in Vogue. And let me see here. There's no sound. Are you sure? There's no sound. Try to refresh your device. Yes, that's it. Refresh. Refresh. Gotta refresh. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Okay, I think everybody else is good. So there you go. Take a look there. The Givenchy 4G, the what is that? Pointel mini dress, and then Milano Blahnik uh, pointed toe pump, the Mulberry small zipper Bayswater, the Cartier love bracelet, the Valentino studded round what is that acetate frame, and then of course the Gabriella Hearst Vicky jumpsuit, the Bodega Veneta pouch bag, the Annie Blink Milka shirt. I'm sorry, Micah shirt, Milka. The frame, the cutoff. Let me see, frame, the cutoff denim shorts. Oh yeah, but those are white. The other ones are actually blue, right? And of course, the very famous Cartier tank watch. Yes, the Cartier tank. So I cut off the prices for those because I thought it a bit garish to include the prices, but I'm just showing you some of those elements of style that the Duchess of Sussex has worn recently. And of course, I could never possibly do the same justice that Charday, um, I'm sorry, Sherry and Charday does with the fashion so well, but I just thought I would give you a glimpse of it all laid out. So just in case, I don't know, you have a birthday or Christmas coming up, you know exactly what to share with your partners. Okay, bravo, Scobie. Finding Freedom made it to the list of best British biography books of all time. Best British biography books of all time winner. Yes, Finding Freedom. Now, how impressive that is, I don't know because I don't know nothing about that. Someone please check on Richard Eden. Sis must be crying hard right now. Big congrats, Obent, Finding Freedom. I just love that they call Richard Eden sis. Well, I tell you, there's just too many Dickies running around over there. Dickie Arbiter, Dickie Eden, Dickie Fitzwilliams, Fitzsimmons, whatever his name is. But only one Arthur Andrews, and thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. I don't know if the world could survive another one. Why, hello, thriving with the Sussexes. Meghan has the best fashion ever. I love all her style, her shoes, especially the Milano Blahnik and the Akazura shoes. Yeah, Meghan can wear a shoe, right? Okay. Now, this has nothing to do with anything, but I saw this on the Twitter today. When your African parents know you're going to be served 2 tablespoons of tasteless rice on a 10-hour flight. Ah, oh man, who parents are those? I love it. Paper plates, big dish of whatever, I guess some type of meat or whatever, in a nice sauce or gravy or what have you. And then you got that pan of rice at the ready. Now, ah, I love this. I mean, these are the people I want to sit next to on my next flight. I want to sit next to them. Please let me sit next to them. I mean, I guess this is a real photo, but which airline is that? Yes, they came prepared. That's right. And of course, the person posted it says, when your African parents know they are going to be served two tables, know that no, they are. Blah. They are going to be served two tablespoons of tasteless rice for a 10-hour flight. Oh, I read that already, didn't I? Okay, being African is being real to yourself. Very proud of being one. And down there it says, how did they get through the airline customs and immigration check? Who cares about that? Long as they got the food, who cares? Okay. Okay, excuse me. Since Harry left, Heads Together has been non existent. Earthflop is struggling, and no sponsors are rushing to be part of it. But somehow, William and Kate have made 20 million, but nobody knows how. Prince William spent 12.7 million on Earthshot. Only 5 million was prize money. Yeah, so out of that $12 million, the rest of the money mysteriously has been used for other things, including that big event at the was it the Royal Albert Hall, where nobody really showed up except for the people on the guest list. As you can see, there's a barrier in the background. Now, at this point, you know the royals are usually the last to enter, right? They make the big entrance. Well, notice that the family back there is able to stand this close. They're able to stand that close to the event because there's really no other spectators. They are outnumbered by the photographers and reporters and security. It's just a family of four that happened upon this situation and said, gee, I wonder what's going on. Interesting, isn't it? I love sharing that photo because I think it's absolutely humiliating for the cause, but it is what it is. Okay, so let me get rid of that. And there you go. God save the people. So someone has decided to correct that usual saying, that part of the national anthem, God Save the Queen. Um, there has been increasing amounts of people saying that it should be God Save the People, right? Right. Okay. And to continue, um, well, you can see there climate hypocrites, adulterers, tax dodgers, the R word, the S word, no discernible skills rather, um, honors for sale, wildlife crimes, bags of cash, etc. And then next to that it says, not every one is what is that facing a cost of living crisis. The sovereign grant has increased by over 55% since 2012. Wow, isn't that amazing that the royal family has exceeded the inflation rise compared to the average household, where most people's salaries have been frozen for the past 20 years, but yet they have had a 55% raise in 10 years. 55%. And nothing is said about it. It's time for the Queen to go and take the royal sideshow with her. Prince Charles is unfit to be king. Prince William must learn from Harry. Royals made a colossal mistake with Harry and Meghan. So this, of course, was actually in the Newsweek. Let's see. Countries such as Ireland, Iceland, Germany, and Finland, to name a few, have demonstrated how we can be governed better and have shown us the kinds of people we can elect as our heads of state. The what is that? The estimable Irish president. Is it estimable Irish president Michael D. Higgins, Mary McAllis, and Mary Robinson the former Iceland president, what is that? Vigdis Finnbakken something sitting Natten, and the first woman ever to be elected head of state, Tarja Halonen, and the other person there in Finland, and that person in something there in Germany. These men and women put the royals to shame with their character, integrity, and leadership. Britain can, must, I believe, will do better than the monarchy. Well, and let us not forget Angela Merkel, who has had a stellar career where her leadership is concerned. Let me see who else. I mean, there's been quite a few, and well, the world just doesn't need that type of leadership anymore. Oh, Iris, you like my pronunciations? I did it phonetically, or was it pathetically? Yes, I did it pathetically. Okay, Prince Andrew remains suspected and accused, etc., etc. Prince Charles has been reported to the police for alleged cash for honors payments to his charities, etc., etc. And Prince William, I wrote this one myself, lacks the intelligence and is overindulged and likely mentally ill. That's my words, nobody else's. He possibly suffers from a personality disorder. He's temperamentally unsuitable for public service. So that's all I have to say about that. And guess what? That's all I have to say today. You guys, I'm done. I told you I don't think we'd be on here that long. And in the spirit of that, I am going to look for your last comments as I give all the honor and praise to two women that I think who just wanted to start a family and ended up starting a revolution. And that, of course, is Princess Diana and Queen Doria, our Queen of Hearts and our Queen of Everything. Who knew that they would someday be the mothers of two of the most influential people in the world, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Harry and Meghan, the romantic comedy that just never ends. Okay. Let me see. Iris says, I do believe Prince Pagan has mental health issues. I do too. He's about to snap like a fresh snow pea. I mean, any day now, he is going to snap like a fresh snow pea. Enters Lurch. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Gwendolyn Daniels. Okay, who's going to have the last word of the day? Anybody? Yes, people are seeing right through the monarchy. They are as shallow as a glass of water. Okay. Bon nuit, whatever that means. Oh, yes, I am going to do that. I'm going to do some binge watching this afternoon. I'm so far behind on all the comments that you guys left on the various videos. I want to try to catch up with some of those because sometimes there's some really important stuff there for me to read. I know. I do apologize. I haven't had a chance to get to those. But anyway, thanks, you guys. Love you all so much. I am going to Ginger Avengers us out of here. So our last word of the day, I like this. I think we're going to have to do some shorter videos more often than not because I just think we should. Okay. Okay. Last word of the day goes to. Okay. All right. That works for me. Sonia Johnson says, one day when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day. Ho, 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 happy day. Oh, happy day. And Ginger Avenger.